Pam, how you doing? I saw you left a message. That's the old Packard plant you're talking about, and they pretty much torn that whole thing down. I do think they filmed some movies there. They have a Facebook page. You could probably talk about it. Yeah, Packard Plant. Yeah, Packard Plant. Yeah, it's kind of a well-known view through there. That tunnel actually, there was uh, a section of the building that went across the street that collapsed a couple years ago. But you wouldn't have seen the inside of that, so I'm not sure that's what you're talking about. But a fascinating history. It had a lot of weird history. A lot of people were killed around there. Last I knew, there was an attorney going to Wayne State was murdered. They found her body. A couple of firemen got injured, and one died. A tiger got loose during a photo shoot. It's got a lot of stuff going on there. I remember for a while, guys like me, you'd go up there and you'd be up, it's a tourist attraction. People from all over the world would come up to photograph the Packard plant. And there'd people that they would wait for guys like me, and you'd come inside there and they'd rob you. Take your cameras, cash, everything. Oh, that's the building you're talking about. Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, that was when Delray was annexed into Detroit. I thought you were talking about the other building. Yeah, that's the old Ideal Bar. It was a private bar. Yeah, they did do a movie there. If you Google Ideal Bar, I think he mentions the name of the movie. I think it was kind of like a B movie type deal. Yeah, the one I went in. Yeah, that's the Ideal Bar. Yeah, that was a private bar. Yep. He's still there. That guy's like 88, 86, still working full time. Yeah, I'm gonna get a coffee. Even though I'm not big on their coffee, it's about the only choice. They've changed some of these rules. We're locked down to the end of the month, which sucks. But I noticed some restaurants were open yesterday that hadn't been doing carry out, so I don't quite get that because you can't go in and sit down and dine. Yeah, it was like kind of a nondescript movie. I don't know if it ever made the silver screen anyplace. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't. You can't go in and dine though, so I don't really get it. But I saw two restaurants open yesterday, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Yeah, it's a nice day. It's going to be 70 down Detroit, 62 up here. No kidding, June 17th. God. I see Home Depot's packed, but I did notice actually Friday night there was a ton of traffic. Like, see, these fast food places are busy. I noticed that the line was coming out onto the street for Taco Bell. Now, I still do the social distancing. I mean, I have stuff for the girls, but I'm not going to give it to them. I mean, if it was as easy as throwing it out the window and keep on driving, I would, but it never seems to work out that way. So while I'm down there, as much as I'd like to interview them, I'm not going to do it. And Detroit's still kind of a hotbed for the virus, so it just doesn't make sense. I just do photography from a distance. I don't. Most of these trips, I hardly ever run into anybody. Rarely. Pam. I mean, it's probably a good idea, though. I'm going there because I want to do some photography, and I want to see what's going on down there. And I'm not getting out of my car. I'm not, like, mixing with crowds. I'm not talking to anybody, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, there's nothing like that as far as photography goes and video. I mean, I could take video all day long around here, birds mating in the trees and fish jumping up and squirrels hugging each other, but it's nothing's like Detroit. Just the hustle and bustle and the blight and the history. It's just not. It's nothing like it. I mean, a big part of it's missing them by not being able to talk to people. But I can handle it. I'd like to talk to them, and I like to give them to what I have. But I don't know. I'm just not supposed to do it.
Hello, welcome to McDonald's. My name's Alex. How can I help you?
Large black coffee, please.
Just a large coffee?
Yep.
That'd be 211 at the next window. Thank you.
Thank you. Jackie Wilson? You mean of the Supremes? I mean, there's always a chance I don't make it that far down there, but I probably will because I like to take Daisy to her park. It's crazy, I know, 185 miles one way. And, I'm from down around that area. Nice memories. And it's just more exciting. It's exciting, like I'm drawn to the damn place. Yeah, McDonald's coffee's okay. They don't make it hot enough. I mentioned to you guys before, my sister was the first single female owner of a McDonald's franchise, and this is the store she owned, the first one she had, 1978. It shows you how it matters what jurisdiction you get in when you get in a court. There was she had a lady come through, spilled coffee on her, burned her leg, sued, and they laughed that lady out of court. Matter of fact, they debated whether or not to sanction her lawyer for a frivolous lawsuit. They said that, it was contributory negligence. You knew it was a hot cup of coffee. What the hell did you hold it over your leg for? They laughed her out of court. 3 years later, McDonald's got their ass handed to them in a different jurisdiction for about a $4 million settlement on the exact same thing. Hey, Clayton. You get over there out on that Windsor down around the bridge and I'll wave to you. Yeah, well, she had, at least the first case anybody knew about, and she hit the panic button because she hadn't been in business that long. And they laughed that lady out of court. So that has a lot to do with civil and criminal cases, where you get charged, the sentiment around there, the politics, who's trying to get reelected. I love Windsor, man. I had a lot of good times in Windsor. I spent a ton of time over there as a kid and also in my late teens and early 20s. Yeah, thank you, Darter. Isn't that the truth? Although, they supposed to be served at about 2:06, and you're not going to get that in a Mr. Coffee or the average restaurant. I'll tell you where it is hot. It's that damn Tailway Hamburgers down in Detroit. You better not spill on in, and it'll burn you right down to the bone. A percolator's the way to go at home. It's a pain in the ass, but the coffee's so much better.
Hey, 211. You have a large coffee?
Yep. I said this coffee is okay. I'd say barely good. But I don't really have a lot of choices here. Looks like people maybe could. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Looks like people are maybe going into Tim Hortons over there. Yeah, I know where Wayne is. I hardly go through there though because, you know, it just slows me down. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good
Have a
day.
good day.
It slows me down too much. You know, I have no reason to be over there. I used to go to Canton a lot. I used to go to Ann Arbor. Like, I was in Ann Arbor once a week for like my whole life, and I just stopped going there about 5 years ago. Oh, you shouldn't be riding those motorcycles, Carrie. It's not my business, but they're dangerous. The statistics there, oh, look like we had a fender bender here. That's too bad. I drove an ambulance for a year, and I rode motorcycles, and 2 of my friends got killed on them. I mean, you got 2 schools of thought on that. My time, it's my time, and I hope I'm lucky. But like I said, the data is there on motorcycle accidents. I don't care if you're Evel Knievel. They're dangerous. Skydiving and flying an airplane is super safe compared to riding a motorcycle. It's analysis. I don't mind taking risk, but I'm not going to take that kind of risk. I'd love one. Fast, get good gas mileage, but I know better. Oh yeah, man, I'm telling you. I talked to an emergency room physician. In this damn asinine state, here they'll give you a ticket for not having a seatbelt on, and they passed a no helmet law where you can ride around with a no helmet. Now that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Hey, you want to know something too? I was looking through that video of that cop that pulled me over, that gave me that bullshit ticket. I didn't notice this before, but if you look at the very beginning of the video, he is texting while he's going down the road. That's illegal. Oh, thank you, Juice. I'm not really on the road like full tilt. Yeah, Carrie, I'd like to say that matters, and of course your exposure is reduced. But I've been around a long time, and I've paid attention. Like I said, I'd love one. There were 2 people in Ogama County got killed last year that hit deer. What are the chances of that? I could offer you $5 million to go find hit a deer, and you couldn't do it. Plane, same thing. Dead or alive, I'd maybe ride one. It's quadriplegic that scares me. Oh, is it buffering? Sorry about that. Take the ukulele. Hopefully I can get some good photos or video. And I know that this area I'm going to come up is a lot of fun.